Welcome to another podcast episode of Powering Up Your Formulations, sponsored by BASF Performance and Formulations Additives. For those who have not listened to us before, my name is Luis Angeles. I'm your host and Global Additives Industry Marketing Manager in North America. I'm so excited to be joined by my technical team and talk about our sustainability differentiation in the coatings industry. Why we should talk about sustainability? Well, Additives, as part of BASF Group, is committed to create value for our customers, and our solutions contribute to sustainability in different ways. We provide you with sustainable solutions to fulfill the regulatory requirement and market standards. The team and our portfolio consistently ensure high EH standard and efficient production process. We are committed to the solutions beyond regulatory requirements via offering products with renewable content, improved efficiency in process, and enabling biocide-free and eco-label. I believe we are the front runner to offer the additives product carbon footprint in paint and coatings industry via BASF, a strategic CO2 transparency tool. And creating this transparency of the product supports our customer to better steer and reduce the product carbon footprint emissions. While our strong expertise and support from additives globally help customers navigate through challenge and turn it into opportunity. So the sustainability differentiation in the coating industry, it explained through different drivers across different industries where we serve. Here, for example, you will see the key differentiator drivers that we have in our portfolio. The renewables, the low odor, the tin-free, eco-labeling, aromatic-free, enables 100% systems, biocide-free, durability, the water-based, food contact, and efficiency. In the next minutes, I'm going to talk with my colleagues about some of these drivers in our additives portfolio, mainly these 7 drivers. And we will showcase some of our most recent launches. So let's know our guests today and start talking about this contribution. Welcome to the show, Randy, Mervin, John, and Charlie. I'm so glad to have all of you here with me and help to understand what is our sustainability agenda in the additives portfolio. So let's start with this introduction. And Randy, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Louis. Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Brown, Technical Manager of BASF Additives in North America. I've been working in additives for 11 years with BASF and have come to BASF after two decades of industry experience in inks, container coatings, and industrial wood coatings. And it is my pleasure to speak to you today about our new products and their value propositions.
Thank you, Randy. Mervin.
Thank you, Louis. My name is Mervin Wood. I am a technical expert with the Performance Additives, Dispersion and Resins business for North America, covering and responsible for UV absorbers, hinterdiamine light stabilizers, and antioxidants in coatings and adhesives for North America. Yeah, it is my pleasure today to share some of the new products we have to offer in this space concerning light stabilizers. Back to you, Louis.
Thank you, Mervin. Charlie, welcome.
Hello, everyone. This is Charlie Xu. I've been with BASF for 15 years, have been in the chemical industry for decades. Currently, I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and responsible for printing, packaging, and the construction market segment, as well as being the primary expert for wetting agent, rheology modifier, and adhesion promoters within BASF Formulation Additives Team. I've experience including pigment, polymer resin technology for industrial coating and the graphic cards. And I have master degree in chemical engineering from Lehigh University. Glad to meet with you all and talk about or offer to the industry, printing packaging industry, the sustainable product.
John, welcome. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I am John Mangano, and I am a technical service specialist with the Formulation Additives Group located in Charlotte, North Carolina. I focus on additives for the architectural coatings market, as well as our defoamer product line. I've been in this role for 15 years, and prior to that, I was a paint and coatings formulator, which I did for 27 years. So a total of over 40 years experience in the coatings market. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, team, welcome again to this new episode. I'm very happy to have you. And well, let's start our podcast. So, as I mentioned before, we Additives, we are your great sustainability partner, and we will spend the next minutes talking about our most recent launches and some of their sustainability attributes. Marvin, well, the coatings industry demands protection in formulation systems across different applications, and the live stabilizers play an important role. We have a broad portfolio in our performance additives product lines for waterborne and solvent-borne coatings. And last year, we launched our Tinubin W Eco. What can you tell us about these products?
Thank you, Louis. The Tinubin DW Eco products are the next generation and highly efficient light stabilizer aqueous dispersions. These products are well suited for water-based coatings, adhesives, and sealant applications. The new preservative chosen and tested enables the grant of the most demanding eco labels, for example, the Nordic Swan. And it provides our customers the outstanding protection and properties that you expect coming from the Tinubin DW BASF line. Some of the performance highlights include its low viscosity. You can add it at any particular point in the formulation phase, I mean, even to the pigment grind if you want, though you don't have to. It stirs in. It is long-term storage stability or storage stable in the warehouses before the paint is manufactured, and it also does not settle during storage of the actual paint. And it does provide eco-friendly preservative, leaves coating properties unaffected, and will give you the option, the customer, for the application of a no restriction eco label grant. Next slide.
So it seems there are great sustainability highlights around these products.
Yes,
so.
Yes, and these products are actives dispersed in water. So, water is definitely environmentally friendly. There is a new preservative, which does not come with any bad labels or hazardous labels, and it gives no restriction in eco-label grants.
Right, and great, Marvin, thank you. So beyond this Tinubin W Eco, there are our most recent launches or Lignostab 530. What can you tell us about this product? Because, well, I heard that this is suitable for the good coatings formulation. So please share their sustainability attributes in the coatings industry for this product, Marvin.
Yep, thank you, Louis. Yes, Lignostab 530 is the next generation of liquid light stabilizer for the protection of light colored woods and wood veneers. It is an aqueous solution, so without solvent, with no severe labeling and no CMR hazards, CMR being carcinogenic, mutagenic, and reproductive hazards, none. It is designed for industrial wood coatings. It can be used indoors or outdoors. It can be used in, industrial wood or automotive, veneers, things like that. What it does is provides additional UV protection by the means of it is a hinterdimmine light stabilizer, which you can add it with a UV absorber, and it would give you enhanced protection in a coating layer over top of the wood. As far as performance highlights, it does prevent the darkening of pale woods by UV light-induced photooxidation of lignin. It has almost no color. It's essentially water white, usable in or on very light wood colored woods and wood veneers. It is a liquid. It is dissolved in water, and it has no severe labeling. Back to you, Louis.
Perfect. Thank you, Marvin. So now you mentioned about the good coatings industry. Well, we recently launched the FK PB 2770, a silicone-free and 100% active defoamer with renewable content and low VOC. So I would like to ask Randy why the conversion from solvent to water-based or 100 systems is a market need, and how our formulation additives with renewable content are a key differentiator for this industry.
Thank you, Louis. In terms of sustainability and the conversion from solvent-based to 100% solids with water-based technology, this has been an ongoing progression in the industry. From the sustainability perspective, lower VOC emissions have been a long-term objective, but now more and more companies are looking to improve working conditions to formulators and production teams by transitioning to safer formulations, water-based and UV systems. Also, and perhaps even more important, the market demand for modern wood finishes requires coatings to be free of specific known chemicals that are harmful to people or the environment. So these are the key factors that are influencing the transition from solvent-based to water-based and/or UV.
Okay. Thank you, Randy. And this is a great comment from your side. So I'm talking about the FKPB 2770, the silicone-free additive, 100 active defoamer with renewable content and helping in this transition from solvent to water-based. So what are the main features about this product?
Yes, thank you, Louis. So our FKPB 2770 has very strong sustainable attributes, as you can see here on the center of the slide, being silicone-free, 100% active, 49% biorenewable content. And then for, on the slide in the upper right-hand side, outstanding compatibility in various systems. So what do we mean by that? So a lot of times defoamers, are either limited compatibility because of their strength for the foaming, or they're more compatible and create less defects in the applications, but maybe aren't as strong as a defoamer as you need. So 2770, it is both compatible and strong enough to handle foam in these 100% formulations. Also, with 2770 being silicone-free, it has excellent recoatability. And so in applications where you have UV systems with multi-layer coating applications, there is no concern with intercoat adhesion. And finally, FKPB 2770 can be used in curtain coat applications, which if you have experience in this space, you realize that a defoamer has to be very compatible in the system, but also be able to control foam in a situation where there's constant recirculation from the curtain coating application. Typically in curtain coat applications, if you have a defoamer that's too strong, it can create curtain breaks in the application, which is undesirable. So with 2770, you can use it in curtain coat applications with good confidence. It's going to not create curtain defects and manage the application foam.
Right, excellent, Randy. I think well, you cover very well what this product has as a performance. So I think, well, there are more launches around this product, and I'm wondering if you can also help us to understand in terms of the industrial coatings what features for Rheobis PU 1192, 1193 as a rheology modifier can bring us to the formulators.
Sure, thank you, Louis. So, yeah, our Rheobis PU 1192 and 1193 are both new associative low shear viscosity building rheology modifiers. So with the Rheobis PU 1192, it's solvent-free and highly efficient. In fact, it's more efficient than many similar products of this type on the market. The 1193 is built off of the same polyurethane polymer backbone, but it contains a small level of solvent. The sustainability attributes for the materials are highlighted by their efficiency, by being tin-free, and in the case of the 1193, it's also biocide-free. The high efficiency allows for low level of use, which brings into the formulation a low level of non-VOC diluent, and this is particular with 1192. These non-VOC diluents are common in these types of thickeners and in applications that require formulas to be truly VOC-free. These non-VOC diluents can play a negative role in film hardness, which can lead to higher blocking, less chemical resistance, and higher dirt pickup in certain applications. Our Rheobis PU 1192 was formulated to minimize these negative effects by minimizing the level of the non-VOC component introduced into the formulation. With the 1193, since it is solvent reduced and also reduced in water, there is no non-VOC diluent. So with this material, if you can manage to have a very low level of solvent in the formulation, you can completely remove the non-VOC diluent and get actually even better thickening efficiency and not have some of the negative characteristics associated with the non-VOC diluent.
Excellent. And what can
And
you, yeah,
please
go ahead. No, go ahead, Randy, please.
And on this slide here, on the chart on the left, this is a chart that shows you the viscosity efficiency of some of our defoamers and some benchmark defoamers. So the y-axis is the Brookfield viscosity, and along the x-axis we have the dosing level of the rheology modifier on the total formulation weight. And so as you can see, the line that's very steep at about a 45-degree angle, these are our 1192, 1193 new developments. And our former product, the 1191, is further down on this chart with a much shallower slope. And some of the benchmark materials you can see they're just tracking pretty much along the x-axis with the addition levels that we're talking about here. So you can see with our new technology that you can very quickly achieve the viscosities desired with very low level additions of the material. So in general, it's probably 5 to 6 times more efficient than similar materials on the market.
Excellent. So we have a broad portfolio to support the market needs and industrial coatings. And well, I think, well, based on this, I would like that you help us to understand more about this other product, the Foamstar SI 2299. So this is a highly effective deaerator and defoamer for spray coatings. So this is also related to low VOC content and may differentiate customer formulations. What can you describe about this additive, Randy?
Thank you, Louis. Yeah, sure. So Foamstar SI 2299 is, as you mentioned, it's 100% solid active silicone-based defoamer, and it's used for thick film airless spray applications. These coatings are typically high in viscosity, and they are often sprayed on vertical surfaces where sag resistance is needed. And with airless spray applications, you have high fluid pressure from the airless pump. The coating can become entrained with microfoam within this process. And after the coating is sprayed and the fluid is no longer under pressure, the microfoam can accumulate and become macrofoam on the sprayed part. These applications are traditionally very tough to effectively defoam. With our Foamstar SI2299, it's a strong silicone-based defoamer developed specifically to address airless spray application needs. And with its very high defoaming capability, it is also somewhat incompatible under low shear incorporation. And therefore, the formulator needs to use adequate shear to incorporate this defoamer properly. You would know if it was not incorporated properly by having both crater defects and poor defoaming performance. But with appropriate incorporation, craters are eliminated and you gain the excellent micro and macrofoam control that you are required from the application.
Thank you, Randy. So, Charlie, our additives portfolio also support the printing and packaging industry, and there is a defoamer with renewable content as well. Could you please tell us more about this defoamer? What can you highlight for this industry in particular?
Yes, Luis. We may start with the clarification. What is the BRC? It's an abbreviation of the biorenewable content, which is an important measurement of the environmental impact of the printing inks. We have launched a defoamer Foammaster NO2331 based on natural oil as opposed to traditional mineral oil. Foammaster 2331 has a high biorenewable content, up to 97%, which will enable ink formulator to be compliant with the sustainable drive of the market trend. As you can see in the following slide, its defoaming performance can be equal or better than traditional mineral oil-based defoamers. And so we can move into the next slide. So here, this is the application of using Foammaster NO2331 in a corrugated ink formulation. Typically, corrugated ink formulation are made with the high TG emulsions. So in this test, we compare against the industrial control, which dosage at a high level of the defoamers. And 2331 can have a better performance at an even lower level and with a longer defoaming efficiency. So the coming slide is showing the 2331 works very well for a functional coating formulation. This is a grace barrier coating formulated with the John Crow HPB 1702, and compared to the other two control, as you can see that the 2331 at the two different level can be much better than the control performance properties. So overall, we have seen that the 2331 is not only a biorenewable defoamer, but also a very defoaming efficiency product.
Thank you, Charlie. So, well, last but not least, let's talk about the architectural coatings. And yeah, well, there are some trends in this industry. Many of them are the low VOC content and the low product carbon footprint that some formulators have required to us to comply with the local regulations or are committed to these net zero targets. And the majority of our architectural portfolio will support these drivers, but the formulation low cost is still the most critical component. So I think, well, John, I would like to ask you if you believe that the sustainability attributes can help our customers to differentiate in a competitive market and give a different formulation approach, or what can you tell us about this industry? I know from Charlie that this foam master it is a good fit for the printing and packaging industry, but I realized that this foam master can be also used in the architectural industry. So let us understand what is your perspective, just to ensure that this additive can also give us a sustainability attributes in for this market in particular.
Okay, well, thank you, Louis, for that introduction, and thank you, Charlie, for the first intro to this FoamMaster NO2331. We'll now look at this performance in a pigmented latex type system, paint system. This is, yes, an architectural-based styled formulation, but it's also possible to use in direct-to-metal type finishes, anything based on a latex type technology. So what we see here with the FoamMaster NO2331, which is that high renewable content product along with a zero VOC or near zero VOC content within it, it's also a very good performing. So this chart here on the left-hand side shows the performance both in the processing foam and in the application deaeration of the coating, and showing how the FoamMaster NO2331 is working just as well as its mineral oil type counterparts, either one of our internal BASF products, which is based on a white oil, or two competitive products that are mineral oil based. And then we can see on the right-hand side that you're seeing again both the processing and deaerating foam, but this time the coating system with the defoamer in it has been heat aged for 2 weeks at 120 degrees, and you're seeing that the persistence of the natural oil FoamMaster NO2331 is maintained even better than a couple of the other mineral oil type products that would be its competitive counterpart within the industry. So you're gaining the renewable content of the product, you're gaining low VOC of the product, while you're maintaining that performance and in the various types of coatings and reducing your carbon footprint of your overall product.
John, thank you very much for this explanation. This was really a great understanding about this product in the architectural industry. And team, thank you very much for your insights. I'm convinced our additives portfolio can support sustainability targets from our customers. And there is no doubt that the selection of the right technology is a key component in the value chain, according to the cost, but also the ability to source sustainable feedstock at cost. And I think a fit of development timeline to the plans of our customers. So again, I think, as an additives, we are committed to support our customers, and it is clear that we can combine three pillars of sustainability: the economic success, the social responsibility, and the environmental protection. So I hope our audience feels confident about our technologies and our continuous commitment to innovate sustainable solutions. We, as additives, are ready to hand in hand with you, powering up your formulation and for the next level of the green transformation towards sustainable growth. So I would like to close this podcast saying to our listeners that please reach out to us via our email contact information or write into the formulation Additives and NAFTA email that you can see here in the slide. And please also visit our website, bsf.us/dpsolutions, where you will be able to find good information about our whole portfolio in the dispersions and resins division. And well, we will be happy to provide samples and additional technical assistance on our products anytime you need it. So saying that, I would just like to close and say thanks to our guests. Thank you so much, and thank you to the audience for listening to us. We really appreciate it.
BASF. We create chemistry.